The SAFF Under-19 Cup that was held between India and Bangladesh in the final witnessed one of the most strangest controversies that can ever come in football. You are seeing this current visual where India and Bangladesh jointly are holding the trophy because they were declared joint winners. But how come such a situation, that too of a joint winner in the final, come up? This controversy has been really strange because of the poor officiating and the poor refereeing that was there. Can you believe it? 1-1 at full time, all 11 players including the goalkeeper decided to get into the penalty shootouts and they all converted. So it was 11-11. What followed afterwards was an absolute travesty of the rules, and what resulted in that, India were declared the winners but then had to be withdrawn. What is this entire controversy about? I will explain to you in this entire video that how lack of knowledge of the rules as well as ensuring that the refereeing was absolutely clueless ensured that the trophy would have to be shared. It was a bittersweet moment indeed, because if the referees had followed the basic protocol and the rules, the India women's team would have been declared as the winners. But they didn't do that. So what is the entire issue all about? Now, the SAFF Under-19 Cup tournament, India and Bangladesh were contesting the women's final. Game was tied 11-11. Full time, after India had taken the lead in the regulation time in the 8th minute, Bangladesh equalized in stoppage time. So it became 1-1. Then it went directly to penalties. Everybody, including the goalkeeper, scored. After all the 22 players had taken the goal, it was 11-11. Now, protocol follows. Whenever you have looked at FIFA tournaments, whenever you have looked at all the other club football tournaments in Europe and in South America, you start again, but then you get into sudden death. That didn't happen. What happened after that? Inexplicably, the referee decided that you can let us start all over again. But suddenly one of the officials said, you cannot do that. So they decided to start a coin toss of the coin. So when India won the coin toss, they were declared as the winners and they were celebrating. But this was the point where, because of this one dodgy decision to not go back onto penalties again and then have the coin toss, resulted in a massive controversy. The game ended, but then the official result would not be known for 2 hours more. Why? At 11-11, referee was about to start penalty shootouts again, but referee was told not to do it and instead coin toss happened. All the sequence I had explained the match. 1-1 after full time, everyone converted penalties. 11-11, referee was again about to do it, but referee was told not to do it and instead coin toss happened. What happened after that? Bangladesh's players protested, and decision because of that, they decided to stage a sit-in because they couldn't let the trophy ceremony happen after that. India was celebrating and then they had gone off into the dugout because the match referee at that point in time had said the contest was over. But Bangladesh vehemently protested. Decision was delayed by hours and everybody was deciding to look at the rule book. Shocker alert. Coin toss was not listed according to the rule books that were there in the SAFF tournament. If there was no coin toss, why did the referee decide to do it? And there is the one major rule that is there even in the FIFA and in basic club tournaments. Here in the SAFF tournament, it was overlooked. Because you remember that 11-11, the common protocol is start penalties all over again. But that didn't happen. India had already left the field and they did not take the field for 50 minutes after that. After all the initial hullabaloo had happened, India had left the field, Bangladesh were protesting, but then they did not turn up. The Indian team did not turn up and they luckily escaped because of a technicality. The coin toss was not even listed in the rules. Then why did the referee do that? Because the rule clearly states, if all 22 penalty takers score their penalty kicks, things effectively reset, with every eligible player having a second opportunity to take a penalty kick. This time, sudden death would apply from the beginning. So, if the first 5 did not take it, the next 5 would, and then the goalkeepers would. If all 11 had happened, this was the rarest of rare situations, then it would again be restarted, but whoever would miss first and convert, they would be declared winners on sudden death. But that didn't happen here. Directly, one of the referees was doing the right thing by trying to restart the penalty, but the other officials stated, no, do not, just have the coin toss. And because of the coin toss, this particular problem happened. It would have so much been avoidable in that sense. What was the technicality? India did not come out for 50 minutes, right? Had India not come out in 30 minutes, the game would have been forfeited and Bangladesh were declared the winners. This was yet another problem in the rule. So, India did not come out for 50 minutes because they had thought that the game was over. But then the referees and the officials, in trying to explain the rules, took a lot of time. That is why for 30 minutes, the official rule is, if the team doesn't turn up in 30 minutes time, they would have been declared forfeited and the opponent would have been declared the winner. But in this case, because Bangladesh protested late after the coin toss, and then after that there was a lot of deliberations, it took 50 minutes. And that's why India were not declared as forfeiting the match. Both at the end of the day, the SAFF match referees ensured that they would be declared the joint winners. It was a shambolic end to the SAFF Under-19 tournament, because India, if the proper rules would have been followed, pretty much sure the game would have ended in the most memorable way. We have never seen sudden death penalty shootouts in football on a big occasion. This could have been won, but the referees decided to botch it up, and that's why India and Bangladesh were declared as the joint winners. What do you think? Was the refereeing so shambolic? Were India robbed, or do you think the right decision was made? Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.